You know, up until today, I give the ANC of President Ramaphosa the credit. They know what they're doing, these guys. These guys are proper politicians. They totally decimated Patriotic Alliance into some insignificant political party. It's done. They've destroyed the credibility of its leader being the reliable leader. We see today people are losing faith in him. We see today people are no more supporting him. We see today he's being exposed as an opportunist or whatever people want to call him. The ANC is powerful. It has totally neutralized a lot of political parties and a lot of political opportunists. It has exposed to us who are the real principled politicians in South Africa, who are the real politicians who stand by the things they preach, the things they believe in South Africa, and it has separated the boys from the men. Lack of a better word, statement. It has separated like the ANC's GNU. As much as there's a negative connotation about it, working with WDA and stuff like that, there's a positive something you could learn from this move, this strategic move. This strategic move, if you look deep into it, it was not just to expose the ANC and the DA's relationship. It was also to expose deceitful politicians, political opportunists who are in this thing for power and their own personal benefits. It has exposed a lot of things like that, and I'm sure you can see it by just looking. Unless your eyes are closed, then you can't see what you are looking at. You are looking at it, but you don't see it. And that's the worst type of slavery you can ever suffer. Being in denial of the things you see. I believe it's done for Patriotic Alliance, man. It's done. It's done. There's no comeback. Like, what will the comeback be? What will the comeback be? You want to continue about, hey, we'll chase foreigners. That has been exposed. You were not about it. You were using it for vote. Hey, put South Africans first. That has been exposed. That's not your mission. So what will you come back with? And if you come back with that angle, and South Africans, they believe you, they buy into it. Maybe politicians are not the issue. Maybe the South Africans are the real issue. Because how do you believe a lie? How do you walk into a slaughterhouse while you can see the missionary slaughter you? You can see Jigsaw is preparing to slaughter your ass, but you still enter there. I fear for the future kids of many of our people. What behavioral patterns will they learn from their parents? What type of principles, morals will their parents inflict indirectly and directly to their kids? I wonder about such things, because such things are the things that are going to shape the future of this country, the future of the next generation. We are not even aware that everything that we are doing as adults, as young people, the youth, is programming the people who are looking at us, the young generation, programming their psyches and them, and they are getting indirect indoctrination. They are learning indirectly from us based on the things we are doing. And then we want to wonder why white people racism is reinforced. The kids, they learn it from their parents. Why a poverty mindset is always reinforced from black people. They see their parents not willing to change the situation and being comfortable for settling for less. They think you can also settle for less. Then it's indirect learning until you unlearn to learn new things. So what will these xenophobic things of hating foreigners, Nigerians, inflict to the future generations? Like, I also like to ask the xenophobic South Africans, what will you do if your daughter told you that she's dating a Nigerian guy and they've been dating for a while and she's pregnant with this Nigerian guy? What will you do as a xenophobic, patriotic South African? Okay? What will you do if your son impregnates a woman who is a Zimbabwean and your son loves her, willing to take care of her, and is not going to listen to you and your opinions? What will you say? You'll denounce your son, you'll denounce your daughter. Yeah, it's just something to make you think, you see. Because with the world you can never know. With love you can never know. With connection, business contracts, opportunistic opportunities out there for business, for collaborations, you can never know who you will work with, who will do business with, who will be your employer, who will employ you. You might be employed by a Nigerian. Will you tell us as a xenophobic South African that you're working somewhere in a car dealership for Nigerians? Will you tell us? Will you tell us that you're employed by Indians, the same Indians you're hating? Would you tell us that you're employed by Pakistanis? Would you tell us that your manager where you work is a Zimbabwean? Would you tell us? You wouldn't tell us. You keep it to yourself and continue lying to yourself and the world that somehow you hate foreigners. So certain things, we must be careful of how we behave, because it doesn't just affect us, it affects everyone else around us and people who are coming for the future, our kids and everyone else raised in an environment with everything they are observing through the media, through the patterns of their father, of the mother. What is the mother doing? Sooner or later, before you know it, your children are acting like you. Your children are behaving like you. Your children are loving or hateful like you. Your children are compassionate or hateful like you. Your children are respectful or disrespectful like you. Your children are complainers or problem solvers like you. Like either or, your children will become one and they will learn it indirectly from you. So what type of role model do you want to be for the next generation of our country? You should be thinking about that. And xenophobic South Africans, based on how their political party, Patriotic Alliance, has been neutralized, I think that's not the proper vehicle for you. But I'm not the only one. I'm not the guy to tell you that. I'm just giving you advice. But it is what it is. Thank you very much.